checking the FarmSim19 mod hub quite frequently, even since FarmSim22 came out. For FarmSim19, they stopped dropping mods for 17. Oh, let's... did I turn it back on? Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn that back on auto. I just remedied that situation. But yeah, for some reason, yeah, it was all the way up to Christmas. They were loading a bunch of new mods in 19, and that kind of surprised me. I really wasn't expecting that. Okay, hopefully I can... Yeah, that's way too close. And again, that's what I was saying about the problem with this size of boom, is very easy to get it caught up on okay, that's weird. Very easy to get it caught up on trees. Because one of the reasons I kind of prefer the tanks that are attached 3-point to the back of a tractor, because you have a little bit more control over where they go. This thing's trailed, has a steering axle, so it can be a little bit of a challenge to get it where it needs to be. Now, there is one in FarmSim22 which not only has a steering axle, it also has a... the axle itself is articulated from the tank. So the tank is on a short part of a frame, and then the wheels and boom are on another part of the frame. And that is a real troublesome effort to... to reverse. It's like trying to reverse a dolly trailer. There's 2 points of articulation. Okay, so part of the issue here, because I came through here with it on manual spray and I had it on minimum, it didn't noticeably increase the nitrogen levels on this part of the field, which is why I'm having to go over it again. Now it looks like I already sprayed it, because I did, but I didn't spray it with quite enough fertilizer. So it's short. A little patch there. And then there's this segment here. So we'll pile through this bit, and then we are most definitely done. So it's the nice thing about the minimap overlay here. Oh, and too far to the north. It might spray here. Oh, it did. And that is the complete field done. So the other thing about precision farming, I am guessing these fields were analysed so long ago, or have been harvested so many times. I mean, if you think about it, I think this is the 2nd year of planting on this reset. So this has been harvested 5 times already, and we're heading to outdated information, and I will probably have to scan this field again. This field has been harvested once, so it's less aged. This has been harvested twice, because we've already pulled, this was canola, these were our spelt fields. This was clover and has been harvested multiple times. This is sunflower and is harvested once so far. This patch here wasn't part of the field. It had trees on it. We cut the trees down and we ploughed it, and then we analysed it. So it has a more recent soil analysis done, and so is less close to outdated. So I think that's what's going on there, and hence the different shades of stuff. But it is entirely possible that Giants have removed some DLCs from FS19. It's the thing, since my hard drive crash, I haven't reinstalled FS17. Bit of a shame, because I would have liked to go back and revisit Lawfolds as it was with all the stuff we had. And yeah, that game save is now entirely lost. There is no going back. Let's move forward a little bit more so we don't bash the expensive booms with the gate. And for the drive back up to the farm, I'll get back in the tractor. Do I have front loader arms on this? Attachment on this? That would be an interesting discovery. I think initially I might have thought about it, but then decided not to, because we've got the JCB four-wheel steering, much easier to negotiate parts of our yard. Clean that off. Yeah, that looks like a front loader attacher, I think. Now obviously this tractor will be used on the toppers for sunflowers and not sunflowers, sugar beets and potatoes, and then we'll use bigger tractors for the other things. I was thinking about sticking that in that shelter there. I'm not sure it's really big enough. Could stick it there. Let's stick it there. Now we get the advantage of the steering rear axle. It's actually quite easy to make that turn. Now I do need to make sure this goes right up to the wall, because if we do bring in straw bales later, they come in on longer trailers, and so I need to make sure that this is way out of their way. Okay, that is good. Drop that there. So there should be tractor front loader arms over here. These are probably too big for this particular tractor, but I will be able to see. Yeah, I am allowed to attach it. So yes, we have front loader attacher on that. I just don't think I've got any FC30 arms. We can check the garage though. So garage tractors, plough, pipe, slurry hose, chainsaw, power trailers, FC60. So that's the one for the JCB. As I say, I don't think I ended up buying any. I just figured I would probably use this as a yard tractor, and then we got the JCB, so it's not. Plus we've got the telehandler, so again, it's not. What do we got in the shed here? That's empty. One. Oops. Two. Doesn't have to stack particularly neat, so we are really close to this being an awesome estimate of how many sugar beets we'd need for this year. I believe we ran with 30 crates from the last harvest. Hi, dog. Who's a good dog? Okay, well, you need some food. Okay, we'll do that. And that gets him out of the way from running in front of us. And there's a chair behind me. Okay, so as I said, we'll run some sugar beets down to the fields for our various sheeps. I might be able to drive through the hedge because these aren't bales, they're crates, and crates don't suffer the issue of rolling down fields and through hedges. Oh no. Crates do not pass through hedges. So that's an example of what happened the first time I tried to... I forgot. I think it was on... it's not... it might have been Chellington, Farm Sim 17 that I was playing that had the first instance of bales not allowed to go through hedges. And I forgot all about it, and I went hell bent for leather right through the hedge. Tractor loaded with bales on the bale trailer, and the whole thing almost went airborne as the tractor just ground to a halt and pivoted around the trailer hitch. Okay, that's one. So this one also needs some hay. I can probably bring that over with the telehandler. And while we're here, and there is an almost empty crate, maybe we'll just do this. Make it go. Oh, it didn't go away. Oh, okay then. Not to worry. Go back there. So how is Oakfield farm sheep? Oh, that's full. But they do need hay. This is not filling, which is concerning. This one might be close to 4,000 litres needed. Yeah, I'm guessing it is. And it was. Much closer. Okay. So I still need some hay here. And this field has always been a bit of a problem with grass. For the most part, we fixed it by ploughing in the pasture and reseeding it as actual grass field. And down the hill we go. And yeah, we got a ton more hay in the barn, so that's a good thing. I should have 2 bales of hay here, yeah. Well, 3 even. Well, that's even better. Just throw those up the thing. And that can go there. And I think I can fill up the water. So they have enough supplies, I think, to go for a few days. And for the next few days, we're mainly going to be concentrating on harvesting stuff. So I don't want to be doing restock in the sheep fields during harvest season. If the food is nice and conveniently located, where the sheep can help themselves in theory, that's fine. Okay, and we have 2 and 3 there, so again, no big deal. And drop that there. Drop that there. And that's resupply done. Significantly easier in Farm Sim 22 since actually the trough size is no longer dependent on the amount of animals you have. But also giants are, well, because we're not using Realismus's seasons, we are now able to, yeah, we're back to feeding animals for 10 days rather than feeding animals for 1.5. Okay, need to get out for this particular maneuver. Oh, sorry dog. Well, I'm going to have to visit the vet, I guess, as he sits there. Because of the central placement of the wheels, this actually is a little bit more nimble than I would normally expect. That's good. We'll drop it straight back against the far wall. And we can now put the Land Rover away. Beep beep dog. No, don't sit there. Crazy dog. Maybe I should have fed him more food. Okay, telehandler. Oh, we have the bucket attached. Oops. Oh. Okay, go grab some hay. Hoping that's enough hay. It's technically having, so long as the hay lasts us till late spring, the amount of hay I have is not a concern, because we could always try and make some hay in late spring. Or you can buy some. Now, because these are auto-loaded, they should not impact with a hedge. And we can drop these right on there. That's dropped a partial. Not quite half, but good enough. Okay, so Oakfield farm sheep. Yeah, apart from the grass, which, short of getting the mower out and the loading wagon and going to grab 1,400 litres, maybe 15. Not really fussed about that. That is well shy of a full bale. We could have topped those up. Could have topped those. That's also well shy. So apart from the cleanliness, the sheeps are well cared for right now. We'll take this back to the yard. I think... do I disconnect the bale fork? Yes. This one will drive in forward so that if we need it, we can pick the bucket up immediately. It's a bit of a shame that this thing isn't auto-load, because if it was, I would probably attach it to a tractor and alternate between the two. So we now have nothing to do until the crops are ready. That crop's ready, that's not mine. Or it might have just been planted. I'm not sure. Anyway. So sunflowers, corn. Oh, corn we can now... I think we can now do things with, whatever. That's the sugar beets, that's the potatoes. So yeah, like I said, nothing going on at the moment. We are going to have to fast wipe time. Is a W600. Definitely worth a look-see. Sales. A weight. A very light weight. I tend to prefer £1,000 is approximately the most ideal weight. It's not too heavy for most small tractors. If you're going sub 100 horsepower, then probably too heavy for a sub 100 horsepower tractor. But for, even for our Valtra 1,000 kilo weight is a good balancing weight. And for the heavier tractors like the Case and the JCB, £1,000 is a good balance for the sort of equipment you fit to the back. with our Class and Challenger, there's a big plough, but it's supported by wheels midway down, so they're not carrying stuff that needs to be balanced on the front. It's mostly for additional traction, and again, 1,000 kilos is quite adequate for that, I find. And if all your weights are about 1,000 kilos, you don't really have to worry about have I got the right one on the right tractor. Okay, what is this? 8:30. Let's go 12 hours. Good. So we will... Leaves are getting brown. It's fall. Hello. There we go. So, vehicle running costs again, property maintenance again. We are probably going to have to check the sheep and then see what's what. Oh, he did harvest that. Pretty sure that wasn't a harvestable contract for us. So none of our fields are ready to go. Although the corn is in the last stage, so I could rent a forage harvester and see where we get on that. Does that sound like a good plan? Let's check growth stage. Very light green, mid green, darker green, darkest green. So yeah, the corn is in its final stage of growth, so in theory I can forage that. This could be an expensive experiment. Meanwhile, sheep, oh, sheep are desperate. 49 litres of sugar beets. All the grass, all the clover. And airplanes. Hi, airplanes. And of course they do have enough water, so we'll go for a run down here. We'll take the dog for a walk. How about that? Okay, so silage bale. Definitely need definitely need one of those. That's not even close to reaching. There. Hay bale. We'll just throw that out in the field and let the sheep search for it in the grass that's taller than they are. Okay. That's the hay, and we grab one pallet of sugar beets. Don't think they're going to eat all of it, but you know what? You never know. No, that was about half a crate. So that is one field of well-fed sheep. Jump over the wall and